Lithuania is one of the three Baltic countries together with Estonia and Latvia, standing on the eastern shore of the Baltic Sea. It shares its borders with Latvia to the north, Poland to the south, Belarus to the east and south, and Russia to the southwest. This country covers an area of 65,300 square kilometers, so it's smaller than Mexico. It has a population of 2.8 million. Its territory is organized into 10 counties. Its capital and the most populous and largest city is Vilnius. The official language is Lithuanian. Lithuania doesn't have mountains. Most of its territory is made up of plains and hills. The climate and relief are very similar to those of Scandinavian countries, so half the year it snows. This country has 758 rivers. The main river is Niemen, with a total length of 917 kilometers. Other important rivers are Venta, with 346 kilometers, and Sesup, with 298 kilometers. Lithuania is an amazing country to visit. Its landscapes are as beautiful as Mexico, but they are a way too much different. You can feel surprised by its castle on an island. However, if you want to live in Lithuania, you must know that live there is more expensive than live in Mexico. In my opinion, it's better to live here in Mexico because the culture. They still have some cultural remnants of when they were part of the USSR and are more conservative than Mexico. Lithuanian arts flourished under the conditions of the independent state between the two world wars. Some manifestations of this period are glasswork, paintings, and sculpture. Decorative art appeared in the palaces of the dukes and rulers on Vilnius, in the residences of nobles and church. Religious art is important in Lithuanian culture. The highest concentration of Baroque religions can be found in the Church of St. Peter and Paul. It isn't realistic, but is a little bit depressing and detailed. Theater represents Lithuania in all the world more than other art. In the 16th century, plays were held in palaces. They were also presented on the properties of the nobility and on the streets of the city. Vilnius has become the center of theatrical life since Second World War. Lithuanian literature began with the Chronicles of the Grand Duchy of Lithuania. During the Renaissance period, Latin and Polish were common in Lithuania, so much of the books, stories, and poems are written in these languages. There's a book fair since 1999. It's called the Annual International Vilnius Book Fair. Lithuania is known because its castles. About 20 castles exist in Lithuania. The main and largest building of prehistoric architecture is the Lower Castle of Vilnius. They haven't been demolished due to its importance. Some new buildings are abstract and edgy. The main environmental problems are soil and underwater contaminated. Petroleum products and proven chemicals from Soviet military bases are poured there. Government hasn't done nothing to solve it, but they should regulate the disposal of chemicals and create containers for this Because if Soviet military bases still pouring contaminating products, people will get sick or die. Also, if government doesn't do anything with pollution, aquatic animals will disappear. Also, there's a transportation problem. Most of the transport employees come from outside the European Union. Because their need for work, they are mistreated by Lithuanian transport industry. They feel attracted by the idea of good salaries and better life quality. Nevertheless, when they are hired, they look the truth. Bad salaries, inexplicable salary deductions, they are forced to violate road safety regulations. If Lithuania doesn't regulate transport industry, there will be no more transport workers or they will go on strike. People could find another work where they can get better benefits and security.